Then there are those who are less agreeable. The world is shifting, and conflict is inevitable. In Lorwyn, you'll find wonders beyond imagination, and possibilities beyond your wildest dreams. But when the aurora passes over, the plane twists into something dark and sinister. The shining light of Lorwyn gives way to the unfathomable darkness of Shadow War. Deadly secrets lurk behind every corner, and the plane's inhabitants become selfish and paranoid. Here, everyone fights for themselves, striving to reach their full potential by any means necessary. It is a world of conflict and unpredictability, where only the strong and the clever survive. But if you embrace the danger and step into the darkness, you may find power beyond your wildest dreams. But what of the places where light and shadow meet? What other mysteries lurk on the boundary of Lorwyn and Shadow War? Enter the Aurora and discover the answers for yourself.
Uh, okay. Well, that's a... Oh, I hate this. I hate this format so much. Ugh. I'm not gonna do that. Well, not right now. Almost there. Almost there. I could play Aang. Someone said Aang yesterday. I haven't played it. I haven't even played a deck like this in a minute. Just that, like, flash, blue-white flying nonsense that everyone loves to lose against. Oh, can't forget Chain of the Rocks. There's probably a great deal of this deck I don't actually have. Oh, this is Flash? Well, it doesn't fly. It's not that exciting. I can hardly consider anyone a peasant. If anything, I'm the peasant. Okay, there's actually not a lot of flash creatures anyways. I don't like Tidebinder, but I see it all the time. Most of the times I don't like it when it's cast. Restoration Angel? Maybe? This has flash? Oh. I actually think Catharic Commando's fine. Ooh. Choose a non-legendary. It gains whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell draw. So you get something back, and then it's even more annoying to deal with. But it's non-legendaries, which is probably fine. I think I need Errata Giada. I think that's like a must craft if I'm to play this. Wait, what? Didn't I click lands? Oh. What happened to the mana symbol? Is that just on my side? Oh, look at that. Is that on all of them? Nope. Okay, well, the snowlands look really cool without the mana symbol. I'm not gonna lie. I wish you could, like, choose to do that. It's probably some current bug nonsense. I'm never going to Seagate in this deck. That's not realistic. Glasspool Mimic's actually kind of funny. If I didn't end up just always playing it as a land. I don't like Seachrome Coast. I wouldn't play Seachrome Coast in a deck that was all 1-drops. I don't like it at all. No respect for it. Actually, if your deck is all 1-drops, you most likely don't even need a fast land anyways. What do you mean? It's a white exile spell. Exile target creature. Curse of Silence is kind of weird. Guess it is a tempo thing. It's kind of weird though. I didn't even know you could put those weird characters in the chat like that. Helping Hand? Is that a thing? It almost is a thing, not quite. It could probably end up being a thing. Same with this, right? No, this is 2. Yeah. Seam Rip is 2. Seam Rip Portable Hole? I don't normally play those. I do like Static Prison because people like never keep their commander under it, even if it goes away. And this is like a tempo kind of deck, so it probably works out. A 1 minute answer anything. 2 turns is probably just gonna... Oh, what about you? Sure? Feels maybe weird. Ooh, ow. Condemn? Do I like Condemn? I don't think so. Maybe. I think Spell Pierce is fine. curiosity effects. This one investigates. That's a lot of mana. Maybe that's not right. It is a lot of mana. It could work. It could work. I have the birds in here, yeah. I don't think I like Mother of Runes, actually. I also don't think I like Miscast. Ooh, Peak is funny. Storm Tamer is like a worse Mother of Runes, I think. Stubbs is 1. I feel like that's fine. Stifle could be good. Stifle Tails End. This seems like a Stifle deck. Even Unsummoned is funny. This is a Stubbs, right? Well, kind of. No, I don't like equipment stuff. Unless your commander has something to do with it. Vastly too inconsistent. I need more flashing nonsense. Reflector Mage is annoying. I don't think I like 3 Fairy. Actually, I would probably play Teferi if it was 3. I wonder if Dovin works. It can stop something, and then, like... No, but what's going to end up happening is I'm just going to draw cards with it. Same with Teferi. I don't think Teferi's that bad. But it shows up when, like, the game is probably over, I think. I think we have someone who doesn't get what Chain of the Rocks does in chat. I need more creatures. Wait, is that true? Yeah. I guess not everything needs to have flash? I don't think I'm going to like most of my options here. Sphinx's Revelation? No. No. And if it is, it would not go in this deck. I have it in Elminster. I have it in Elminster. Oh yeah, Elite Spellbinder, that's fine. I guess Redain. It's doing the thing. other random thing that does stuff that I can't remember the name of. Wait, maybe I don't own it. I don't even know the name of it. Yeah, I don't know if I like Thalia. It's weird playing a spell that does the same thing your commander already does all the time. I probably wouldn't put it in Proft. I like Sarah Paragon. It's like the... Oh, this thing. Yeah, there it is. Which I also kind of like, so why not? Oh, wait. No. No, it doesn't work. Right. I did that before. The brood moth doesn't work. Everything flies already. I think Proft is a backup commander kind of deck. Actually, I don't really think that concept is something I agree with in any deck. Unless redundancy is insane. Which sometimes it is, I guess. Are we ever getting 8? Was it 8 or 6? Exile 6 cards from your graveyard at fetch lands? Well, if Oculus is playable, it's good. Suppose if I like this, I should also like Mother Runes, which I don't. Thieving Aven? He's gonna die on this mountain? Oh, that's good. Man's gonna die on this mountain. Oh, man. Oh, V-Click. I don't get to play that too much. The Overlord's cool on... is it, though? It could be. It could be. I have Felia. What's the worst... Wow, the worst Felia? Someone played the worst Felia as a commander once. What does this do? Whenever enters target opponent... Yeah, alright, so you... It's a 2-2 that comes with a free Revitalize. It's just a 2-2 that draws a card, essentially. I don't really care to discount my flyers. I'm not trying to do that. I do have to craft this stupid thing, though. I think this thing is too good to pass up. Yeah, we got Chain in here, don't worry. Momo? Do I own Momo? I don't even know. I don't even know, though. First, I mean, yeah. Yeah, okay. I have a bunch of MDFCs. What's the distribution? Oh wow, it's right down the middle. So I'm gonna. I need a rare. I absolutely need a rare for this. This deck here. Wait, how close am I before I start buying things like a psychopath? Oh, okay, that's easy. I don't know what set it's even from. I don't care. I'm buying one of these. Boop. Yeah, I usually put chain in all my decks. Even, wait, where's my deck? There it is. Okay. We barely made it. Oh yeah, I forgot Teferi's in here. Whoops. Is that still a whoops? I think it is. I think it's a whoops. I want the return. No. I want a 3 spell. The lone survivor of Twitch chat understands it all. In isolation, away from the other 10 people. Wait, I thought I had more than Helping Hand. Is Helping Hand the only one that costs 1? That doesn't sound right to me at all. Yep, past bargaining. What's the other, shoot. There's 7 mountains to climb. Oh yeah, you can bargain chain to the rocks. We're incorporating grief into the enchantment. That's actually like galaxy brain. See, we like have like there's literally at least more than 0 reasons to put a. It has text on it. I don't see the problem here. What's the Takashi's welcome that draws? That's not that wasn't a cohesive sentence. Welcoming vampire? Yeah, that's it. It itself is a creature. They pulled out the what is it? The appeal to authority. That's it. Appeal to authority argument because you were on the Pro Tour. That's a fallacy. We got you. We got him. We did it. I think I want counterspell. Okay, no commando. Let's do... I think I want, like, actual counterspell. I can't really give my opponent 2/2s. Mox Opal? Yeah, probably. Oh, wait, no, you said Mox Opal. I thought you meant Mox Amber. Got me tripping. No, I think Mox Amber's close to being good. The curve is low enough. I can probably just cheat it in through a land. I think it's close enough. Memory Lapse is also really annoying. I think I like it more than the Overlord. Wasn't sure about the Overlord, to be fair. Alright, I got a BRB. I got my annual Tuesday text, so everyone stare at this deck. I'll be back in like 3 minutes. Okay, that might have been longer than 5 minutes. Did I get banned from Twitch for being AFK? You can't AFK stream on Twitch. Ooh. Excuse me. I've approached the second sun in Elminster. Okay, I think I'm satisfied with this list. And if I'm not, it's someone else's fault. Alright, so... oh, shoot. Yeah, we're gonna start here. So Aang, Swift Savior. It does have a backside. I can't envision ever doing that, but it does. It's a 3-mana 2/3 flash flyer, and it airbends a spell or a creature. So you can... what airbending is exiling it, and then it costs 2 to cast. It doesn't cost 2 more to cast. So if your opponent casts Zakama, and you airbend it, it only costs 2 to cast it again. Or if you bounce Zakama or anything, it costs 2. So not like the craziest thing, but it's symmetrical. So it's sometimes a tempo thing on your opponent, sometimes you do it on your own spell or whatever. Which is pretty cool. I'm not going to play my tried and true blue-white control nonsense. It's just going to be flash, flying, blue-white, flying stuff that there's like 16 different commanders, maybe just like 5 different commanders that sort of do the same thing. I don't even know if this is the best one, but it's new, and I haven't played it. There's the other one, which I did actually craft. I haven't crafted a card in a minute, but there it is. This is like the other one you could just very easily slide into the command zone. I would say they go basically into each other's decks at all time. I kind of like this one just a bit more than Aang, but Aang is new, so I'm going to do that. Also, I don't actually think I've even played this, to be fair. Well, obviously I haven't. I just crafted it. So yeah, a bunch of tempo stuff, bunch of bouncing, bunch of flyers, annoying counter spells. I had Teferi in here a second ago. I'm not sure if I'm ever casting a 5-mana sorcery in this deck. Although it does untap lands, and then you can use that land, those untapped mana, to do other things in the same turn cycle. So it's not really 5, but I'm not going to try Teferi right now. So, yep. Yeah, I can chain a mana dork, which is nice. I like to do that. 1 mana journey to... is it Journey to Nowhere, right? I think that's like the one that just costs 2. Well, that's not good. Enters target hand reveal. I think I've already lost. Okay, well, that's dumb. I'm glad that's possible. Well, we got it out of the way early. I love how I have those decks and I have those cards in all of my green decks, but I've only done that like twice. Had Kami or Grazer with Flare. I've done it probably 3 times. I'd say no less than 3. But, you know, I've seen it like twice every day when there's a green player. Oh yeah, there's no surveil. Oh look! A green one-drop that completely ignores everything I'm doing again. Amazing. That one? Guess I just leave up my commander? You can airbend through Delighted Halfling. If that even matters. What if I just airbend the Katara, and then they have to make a Delighted Halfling, which feels ugly? So... well... I just lose now? Oh, I could have bounced the Aang with the bouncer. Although that doesn't guarantee anything. Okay, they're just not casting it. Is there something better to do? Is this an ally? That's not an ally. Okay. No, you can keep that stuff. That's not an ally, I guess. I just have to pass and bounce this so they can't clone it? V-click. So, can I click away Aang? Did they make a mistake here? Oh, it doesn't work that way? I thought it did. 5, 6. I can't even do that. So I just lose then? Okay. You got it. It wouldn't have mattered. It just would have it would have been castable regardless, but it just doesn't work. It used to work at some point where you could shuffle in their commander. If it did work, I would have won. But of course it didn't. So nothing mattered. Turn 1 Delighted Halfling. Can't say anything beyond that point mattered. Basically soloed me. The ripple effect of that was colossal. It completely undoes the entire idea of tempo. Just utterly removes it. Okay, we have a bunch of permission, and I'm sure I'll find the window to do something more than Aang at some point. Unless, of course, there's just Delighted Halfling for the 40th time. They got rid of Aang's Journey. Oh, look, it's Delighted Halfling again. Wow. Crazy. But they didn't play land first. They messed up. Or maybe they didn't have a untapped land. Sarah unable to scream? Well, that wouldn't stop Aang, though. Will they still lose when they cast it next turn? I sure love infinite mana. I don't think there's much to stifle. I could stifle this trigger, and then just have a 4/4. Alright. Looks like Wash Away was too much. I don't think my opponent, if they kept playing this game, was in too bad of a position, because I have literally no pressure at all. Maybe I should have even just cast this for the sake of having something in play, but... Okie dokie. Their Delighted Halfling didn't work, so they don't want to play anymore. Typical. I guess they might not, but I don't know. It's still a 3/3 that flies, and I can't get past it. But I guess it was possible. I did give up early. Okay, well that's odd. That is odd. It feels like it's only good if you play it exactly turn 1. Yeah, I don't want you doing things. I could Tidebinder it. That's just so goofy. Activated or triggered ability. Let's get a white here? Yeah. I think I'm just going to cast... I'm just going to cast this. Is that better than Luminarch Aspirant? It feels like it isn't. So I can Seam Rip the Raptor, and then Cloud, or Tasha's the, Guide of Souls trigger? Or do that. Is that a triggered ability? Can you toss that? Let's do this. Let's play Portable Hole. On the... Alright. Get Schmied. So I'm going to take out the Guide of Souls, I think. Because this is too slow on its own. Yeah, take out the Guide of Souls. And then they can cast their commander. I think I'm winning before I would die to this, but I'm not 100% on that. Not 100%. I do have this, I guess. I don't know. I am drawing a lot. Of course it gets to be on the play. Of course it does. Wait, what? Oh, they were respecting Wash Away, I guess. So playing the tap lane was actually like Galaxy Brain. That's funny. It's actually really funny. Wow. Yeah. Counter this. This random 2-2. Do it. Do it. Do it. Yes. Tempest Gen, yikes. I'm gonna just actually... Yeah, we're just gonna cast this. I'm just going to cast it. You're wrecked. Look at that. Look at that. I just pummeled this commander. Wow, I just pummeled it. The Portable Hole, when I played a tap land, they no longer respected Wash Away, so they went in their second main phase and did it. So cracking it was actually massive. Otherwise, they wouldn't have cast it that turn, and the game would have been very different. That's so funny. Oh. Should have played around it. Should have played around it. That's so funny. They probably just don't cast it if I don't crack the fetch land. 4D chess. I don't think mine has any. Oh, I'm not calling my opponent a clown though. That's a bit much. I don't think mine has any though. Might have been wrong about the Mox Amber, by the way. Might have been wrong. I'm on the draw again. Come on. Oh, man. Gotta not play Mox Amber. Okay, it's Tatyova with no 1 or 2. That's exceedingly unrealistic. Let's go ahead and cast random card here. What's going on over there? Pock, World Weave, miscast. They're probably going to go with the World Weave if I don't target... I'm going to target the World Weave. That way, it's awkward to cast it before you would start casting creatures. Miscast is a very strange card to run. Especially as the only blue card. I don't get that. Should just be Spell Pierce. Actually, they probably have Spell Pierce. Otherwise, it's just very strange. They still cast it first. Wow. I can respect that. Okay, so... swing. I can't portable hold that, so I guess I'm doing nothing. This is a search the top 4. Which, mind you, seeking cards does not... Yeah, seek is not search. Reliquary Tower? That's weird. Swing... I think there's a lot of merit in just taking it. Actually, we can peek later? Yeah, I can peek later, I guess. Oh, they didn't miscast it. Wash away miscast. Okay. So they have a bunch of mana. And stats, I guess. Short. Short. And then short. Because I can't do anything about it. Okay, they have like omniscience. But I do have answers to the board. So, this, I think the Provisioner is going to be left alone, because Tatyova is a problem. Oh, okay. I don't think I'm beating... Well, let's see here. My opponent is at 13. I'm not beating the Witness. I mean, I'm not beating Mythweaver Pock, so... I am kind of screwed, actually. Okay, they're still making treasures instead of food tokens. I would obviously make food tokens here. I guess nothing matters if you just ignore everything your opponent does because you're mono green. Works too, I guess. Oh, look. The card I really wish I had last time. Alchemy cards are not the problem. My opponent does not need World Weave to win this game. That's not why I lost. Alright, I'm over it. It's just getting into stupid territory where I can't play the game because mono green exists. I am probably not getting this Oculus in play, which I was skeptical about in the first place. I don't like Airbender's Ascension. I don't think I've ever really liked it. The alchemy card did not get them any creatures. It got them lands. Which, again, it doesn't matter. It could have been Cultivate. It would have effectively been the same. I'm not going to run Mother of Runes stuff. I could run the other auras, actually. I don't have Heliod's Punishment in here. But now I do. Humiliation is actually a card. I forgot about this. I don't normally play decks that have creatures. This could actually do something. Although there's times where you don't actually want to kill the card that it targets. I don't know. I'm not opposed to that. What other creatures we got going on? Flying. Yeah, I could put Chain to the Rocks back in. That is true. I mean, it is kind of what I'm looking for. 1 minute answer. It doesn't enchant my opponent's creatures, though. That's the real salt in the wound. Yeah, I have Aven Interrupter. Wasn't it just cast that game? Oh no, I was playing the old one. What about you? This is only Spirit, right? Yeah. Ninjutsu, count me another character. I could copy, like... There's actually not a ton of crazy things to copy in my deck, to be fair. I don't even know if Werefox is that good. It does not fly. I don't know if I like it that much. Yeah, Pock is definitely way up there. It also doesn't make tokens. It makes duplicates. I don't really know why Pock makes duplicates. You could make Pock a real card on paper by just making it create token copies. So I don't know why they wasted the design space on a Hearthstone card. I don't really get that. Mockingbird is kind of cool. You can play it like any kind of curve I want, I guess. Mockingbird's interesting. I mean, the dream would have Ojutai in play. That's I guess, the dream there. I did say I don't like Mox Amber, so I can take that out. Man, the curve is, like, funny. Pock would be a really cool commander on paper, actually. I'd probably try it on paper if it was real. You could just make it real. You know, you could just make a custom one that's real. Just makes token copies. And of course, my playgroup would probably think it's the most powerful thing in the world, and they'd be like, but it isn't. We're playing EDH. Pock is completely fine in EDH. The only thing that stands out to me is like 2 Field of the Deads when you cast it. You just get 2 Field of the Deads. But that's not that crazy, because your opponent could just like make it so you can't have that. It's pretty... Like, you're a mono green deck. You don't have 5 different land types. It has to be like forest, and then a bunch of non-basics. Snow-covered forest, regular forest, and then 5 other things. Actually, yeah, Pock would be kind of not great in EDH. Now I'm thinking about it, it's actually not that great in EDH. Kind of tragic, really. Kind of tragic. Oh, great. Winter Elves. Fun. I think I have to deal with that immediately. Yeah. Of course I do. Well, it looks like it was crucial to the game plan. Tragic. Oh, they have nothing? Yeah, I'll cast Felia instead of my commander. Alright, look at that. That was easy. All you have to do was kill the mono green player's mana dork, and then they just don't want to play that anymore. Typical. I can Curse to silence my opponent's commander, but I also have this anyways, so I probably just cast Curiosity. I could do both. I don't know, I just lead with Curiosity and see what I draw. Yeah, this is what we do. The fact that they had nothing else but Llanowar Elves just goes to show you always keep a hand with Llanowar Elves. They had no other play on 1, 2, or 3 in their entire hand. I'm not gonna Solitude a bit. Am I? No, 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 no. Oh look, Delighted Halfling. It's only been 5 games. Crazy. Actually crazy. I don't know. Keeping Llanowar Elves is never greedy. What? Oh, beautiful. Oh, this is beautiful. This is just beautiful. Kutzil. Okay, let's not draw land. That's not good. I'm gonna have to Solitude this, right? Oh, I should have Solituded on my turn. I didn't read the top part. I was only fixated on the bottom part. I might have just threw the game then. Yeah, I was supposed to Solitude that. Definitely. Okay, they didn't do anything crazy. I probably would not have countered that. Well, now I can take care of this thing. Let's get rid of Restoration Angel. Man, if I had Ephemerate there, we'd be pretty happy. Well, it's fun while it lasted. Blighted Halfling is back. I suppose nothing matters because I went literally 15 cards without seeing my third land. So I don't think anything matters anyways. But I didn't have another counterspell. Oh look, that's not a land. Okay, game's over. I went 15 cards and didn't see another land. Land tax? Yeah, land tax. This might be one of the few decks I actually kind of like land tax. Actually kind of like it in this deck. I normally would say don't ever play land tax. Brainstorm has definitely been a huge buff to that card though. I don't know, people say it's $35, so it has to be good. No. Land tax is just kind of okay. His hand is kind of okay. Alright, let's see what happens. I have a peek, which I will most assuredly play turn 1. 500,000 total views? How do you know that? Oh, you saw? Cool. I didn't even know that. Cool. I didn't even know that. Let's play nothing. Yep. We play nothing. That's what we do. Pearl Medallion. Well, that's not great. Split up is actually, I didn't even look at my opponent's hand. What's going on over there? Do I portable hold? What is it? Opponent's hand is full of very strange cards, but to be fair, so is mine. Green slop. Momo. Huh? Why are we playing Momo? I think I'll... No. There's no reason to counter that. They could just recast it. I think I just swords the... Wait, what? What are you doing? What is this deck right now? What is happening? I guess we're just chilling. Airbend your things that drew to make more 1/1s. Look, I've never seen anyone successfully play Appa, so I guess it's bound to happen eventually if someone does something that Appa likes to do. Of course, airbending is like the worst thing to attempt to do against this commander. Why would you swing into this, why would you swing into this, like, here? That seems weird. Seems weird. Cycle the Jolted Awake? Sure. Yeah, that's fine. I wasn't gonna... I mean, that was inevitable, right? I mean, so far the things they've drawn are just more 1 minute draw card spells. So... Okay. This is, whenever this artifact control... decline, because I have Portable Hole, right? Get the old 2-for-1 here. I need more creatures. I mean, I don't... This is like the second time it's happened. I'm not applying any pressure, and the game's taking 10 years. It's antithetical to the temple strategy. Knight of the Spaghetti Orchid. How is that even good here? Why is that good here? Get out of here. Play that next turn. Be gone. I'm not even winning a damage raise. I can't even swing. Is this a sorcery? 6, 7, 8. Okay. Is this the fabled water bend situation that I've heard so much about? Alright, I think I'm probably more interested in Mother of Root. No, I'm still not, though. Still just not. Are they trying to... I mean, you can't split up. That doesn't make sense. Why are we thinking about split... I mean, maybe they're not thinking about split up. Airbend, non-land permanent, draw a card. Alright, that's deep. Okay, well, I'm going to make split up annoying to cast. Unless there's something else I have to worry about. Okay, they can infinitely airbend my commander. I'm going to take the split up and just make it annoying to caster. I'm probably going to counter it if they cast it, but I won't react to an airbending the airbender is not very good because it has flash. So hoping for split up. How many lands do I have? 6. They played a land before they cast the knight, which means now the knight does nothing. Seems like a bit of a mistake. Please target my commander. Please. Come on. I mean, why else did you cast this? Decline. They can't swing. They swung last time, but they had a reason to. And they misplayed with the knight, because now it doesn't find a land. Which is honestly not a big deal, but it is something to think about. They can still cast it. I mean, at this point you might as well, right? I'm never going to have more lands than you. Well, that's not true. That's not true. Do I airbend the Spellbinder? I can tax this thing? Alright, they're over it. I think I'm just winning in the air, so I probably shouldn't airbend this, but I have time, because my opponent has just done, like, funny, goofy things that I'm just simply beating. So, I probably could just airbend this, and then have this to make this cost a bunch of mana, but I don't know if that matters too much. This is not the craziest thing to cast here. Yeah, they're running all the airbend cards, and then all, like, the card draw ones. I mean, you have to do something with this card. Everything my opponent played this game would love Appa to target it. So Appa would be like 1, 2, 3. Honestly, Appa in Charming Prince means they just go infinite just like Yorion does. You just keep casting Charming Prince, and you can keep targeting Appa. Yeah, everything they're doing makes sense. It doesn't feel like a starter deck. I mean, it had fetch lands. But, these are the kinds of cards Appa just has to play, right? It just has to do stuff like this. Unfortunately, unlike Yorion, you have to cast everything you've flickered again. All of this is like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. What was the other thing? 12. Like, you have to spend an insane amount of mana to get the cards you want back. Where Yorion could play the exact same cards and not have to spend mana to recast them. But I guess this has flash. And I guess it makes 1/1s when it does that. The 1/1s are really not that crazy. I don't know. This is profoundly difficult to do anything. I think this is one of the first... Did I play this? I either did and lost every game, or I didn't end up playing it. I'm not sure. This is very difficult to make work. And it can't have blue like Yorion, obviously. Moonshaker Cavalry? What? Why would I play Moonshaker Cavalry? Alright, I need more creatures. I think, yeah. Maybe not a ton more. I feel like I'm just light. You don't need 15 creatures a game or anything. Oh, I did play it? I don't remember. I know what Moonshaker is, I just... Why would I play it? Maybe no... If you don't like Thunderclap? I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it either. Well, that makes that choice easy. Yeah, there is the... Does it have flash? Oh, it does have flash. Yeah, that's fine. I always like that card. Well, even if I had a way to tutor up when I want it, there's no games where I would ever want it. Even if I have like 3 flying threats in play, like this deck's not about casting an 8-mana explosion that's only good when you have critical mass. This deck is not critical mass. Also, it costs 8 mana. That's like insane. The game is over at 8 mana. It's always over. And if it isn't, then somebody's just in it when it was already over and hasn't conceded. Mother Runes is weird. You tap it for waterbend, which is weird, and then it's also weird that it doesn't help me attack my opponent. It doesn't really play a tempo game very well. I just don't think I like it. Oh, there is the Thought Partition. The Thought Seize that makes something cost 5, but it's the only card. Yeah, no. I already talked about that. Not yapping about Thought Seize effects anymore. Yeah, I could play Monastery Mentor. Well, I could also play Lam at that point. They're kind of the same, except this costs 4. You could play both. It's kind of hard, though. You have to tap out for a 3-mana spell, and then proceed to not lose that because you did that. The Moth Overlord? The white one? I guess. I have some ways to getting it back. I was kind of more interested in 1, 2, 3 drops, though. Phantasmal Image is cool. Kitara is interesting, right? Experience counter. Casting. I mean, we cast our entire everything on my opponent's turn. Maybe this is fine. Even if it only swings once, I feel like if I have 12 experience counters, there's probably a world where that works. I have not liked Restoration Angel, so that can come out. I took a creature out for a creature, so I'm back to square one. Maybe no Reprieve. Yeah, let's not play Reprieve. Spell Pierce hasn't done anything yet. I suppose the most annoying thing to play against is green, and it does the least against green, which is like the best color. I've talked about Spell Pierce a lot, I probably shouldn't have put it in here. Imperial Eagle. Unless you definitively know... Oh, yeah, I guess this is slightly better than the Drake I was running. Nah. I don't even think the Anthem effect is actually that good. If you definitively know how the bracket system works with cards in your deck, show me your sources. Otherwise, it's all vibes. I've been playing this game long enough. I know for a fact nobody knows how it works. It's all vibe check. No one person has a large enough sample size. Oh, I kind of like Selfless Spirit, actually. It's alright. I have board wipes kind of taken care of anyways, so maybe I just don't care about this. But it is a flying version, sort of maybe. Enduring Innocence is power 2 or less? I like this kinda. This card draw engine game is weird, but this is hard to deal with. Do I have Takashi's Welcome? I don't. These effects are weird. Maybe I like them more than like Ponder Preordain. I could just like not run Ponder Preordain, or maybe just not Preordain, and Peak as well. Maybe I don't need Peak. I do like Peak though. I do like Peak. Skyclave is a creature that deals with something, but it doesn't really swing. What's the other this thing? What's the other stacks piece that's... It's a 3-mana rare... Maybe I don't own it. Okay, apparently I do. I just don't know what it's called. My vibe is it could literally be anything and could change at any point. That's my vibe. There it is. Clarion Conqueror. That's what I was thinking about. I think this is fine. Oh, I was thinking of this one. I was thinking of this one, but this one is also fine. More than one spell, non-basics enter tapped. I think this is fine too. It's in the tempo department. I guess he's playing Legacy, or it did. I still kind of like Condemn, though it had a lot of situations where it hasn't done anything, to be fair. Stifle is still funny. Could easily just not play Stifle. I don't have Negate, but I do have Dovin's Veto. What do you do? No, I want to keep that in. Most scenarios, your opponent plays one spell a turn in this format. So, countering the first spell and then being unable to cast a second is not a huge deal for most opponents. Unless, of course, you're like way later in the game and they have like plenty of mana to do something twice, like cast their commander twice or something. But for the most part, most people are not casting 2 spells a turn early in a game. Unless, of course, you're green and you can do whatever you want, and then that even the Archon doesn't matter anyways. I haven't had this ever do anything. I've played against it as people's commanders, but it is just a giant stat stick where it's sometimes good when your opponent has fetch lands, I guess. But other than that, I haven't had it actually do anything. Vryn? Did you spell it right? You making up cards again? We've talked about this. Nope, you're not. It flies. It flies. It flies. I like it more than Thalia. I can get in there for real. It does fly. It also shows up at a time where counterspells are... Oh, but it costs 3... It doesn't... I don't hate it. I don't hate it, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm not playing the Thalias. I don't think I'm doing that. I don't hate it, though. Yeah, I don't hate it. It does annoy my own spells. I have a fair amount of spells in here, too. Even, like, untapping into Curiosity would cost 2, and then a counterspell that I'd leave up is another mana. So it, like, taxes me twice in a turn cycle. That could be really annoying. But it does fly. Let's take out... I could take out this. I kind of wanted to do something once at least. Maybe it's just worse than this? No, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Alright, we're gonna take one of them out. We'll do that. This is probably on the chopping block though. Alright, I added creatures, but I did actually also just remove creatures, so... Humiliation? Oh, yeah, that's in here. Shilbub? Well, I can... Man, these 3 cards are great if I just do anything. Do we just keep this? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this. Wow, this doesn't actually have reach. How does this not have reach? That's so weird. That's so weird to me. Rampant growth. That's toxic. Whoop. Alright. We're in there. We're doing it. Look at that. We're playing Mono Blue Tempo. This takes me back 8 years. That's not what I wanted. I'm not putting a second one on there. I'm just not going to do that. Okay, huge. Huge. Oh, they missed a land too? Huge. We're at parity with the green deck. I have no answer to this. I have no answer to that, okay. Probably just cast Malcolm. Yeah. Obelisk Spider. It has reach. It has reach. Nobody panic. We're tithing. Oh man, the tempo. Oh, beautiful. Oh, so beautiful. Oh, this is just peak gaming right here. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Oh, I can even cast this in the arena. No, I think I'm just going to chill. I know I can get a card off of this, but I obviously have infinite cards this game. My opponent has to deal with the board anyways before something more meaningful happens. Oh, the turn 1 Sailor into Curiosity is just... Reach, when this enters, make another one. Okay. Those chump block. Oh, they can trade, but then they get hit, and they probably don't want to. Alright, opponent. Now you're just being weird. Now you're just being weird. I can't swing with this one. Actually, I can. Yeah, I can. I'm winning. I don't have to do anything proactive. I'm winning. Let's play a land. I guess I will just play this, so Phyrexian Arena draws. I think that's fine. They have to deal with Phyrexian Arena. It's funny, they actually have, like, reach blockers. You don't normally ever see that. Oh, please kill this. Are they confused as to why it's, like, stopping in their draw? This deck is like all fight effects, but now they have to cast another one. Okay, and maybe they just didn't have another one. They can't cast their commander though, so I can easily tap out here. Was that even like worth it? Okay, let's just stop the blocks, because it's like almost lethal. I'll even do this. I'm not going to static Prison Arena. I think it's a problem for my opponent at this point. I really didn't have to counter the fight. Okay. Yep, that's fine. Okay. I love the spider idea here. This is cool. The spider earned its citizenship. That's funny. Well, unfortunately, my opponent just got schmeeded here, so... That's cool. I like that. I like the actually playing spiders beyond the commander. That's pretty neat. But I can just tempo bully. Although, to be fair, they do have reach, which is really good against me. I just happened to draw the stat-giving things, so I didn't have to, like, be super proactive to the blockers. If I did not have these, those reach creatures would actually be really annoying, which is hilarious. That's really funny. Alright, cool. We also kept a crazy hand, but I wanted to live my mono blue tempo dreams of old. Just turn 2 Curiosity, win the game. Turn 2 Phyrexian Arena, except your opponent takes the damage. What is this? Okay. Esper Sentinel This might be one of the best spots I've seen it in lately, specifically against a deck like this. Looks like it's going to draw a card immediately. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's so beautiful. They also can't take anything relevant. I mean, you could take the Force... I mean, you have to take Force Spike, right? Wow, you take Ponder? That's nuts. What are you doing? Okay. I'm not taking Ponder. I'm never taking... I mean, this is way worse when you know about it. Way worse when you know about it. Do you deal with this? I mean, if you do, I continue to draw cards, so... Nope. Continue to play the cards my opponent knows about. There's no Orcish Bowmasters in my brain. The card doesn't exist. They're going to play off curve because of the Force Spike. That is well more than worth it. That Force Spike is now just being more relevant than it should be because they left it in my hand. You're out of your mind if you think I'm casting my commander. Oh, that was a tempo loss, huh? Snapcaster Mage Duress. There is nothing I can do about that. Do you pay the 1? I mean, I only have one thing to hit, right? Okay, they do, so let's cast our commander. And Snapcaster Mage can just chill. Alright. Well, that was good. Okay. Four, 9, 10, 11, 12. Was that lethal? No, it wasn't. 6, 7, 8. No, it wasn't. Okay. Well, now you have to get through this this counter spell and Solitude. They're both really good against my opponent's deck here. Oh, the tempo against Grixis is just so depressing. That's a tap land. I mean, I don't even think their commander saves them. I will literally let it resolve. It does nothing. Cyclonic Rift. Alright, yep. Get Schmieded. Get trampled. Beautiful. I don't think Esper Sentinel was soloing them, but it did give them a headache. Kind of. Kind of. You kind of have to just accept that it's going to do the thing and do other things. Snapcaster Mage is actually a bit strange. Oh, no, it's not. There is Azula. No, it's not. It's not that weird. I like Azula. I think it's pretty honest. It's just polarizing, where it does, like, it's just miserable until it casts Azula, and then suddenly it's, like, the best commander in the game, if it swings. Well, usually, you want it to be set up so when you swing with it, you win. Which is kind of why I don't like it. Kind of don't like that concept. Well, no fetch lands this game, that's for sure. I will lead with funny card. I'm just going to cast it. See where it gets us. Frogified? Sure, that's fine. That's fine, yeah. Perfectly fine by me. Rhystic Study. I can play around Rhystic Study the entire game. Go for it. I can literally play around that the entire game. Search the library for a basic... What if I just stifled that? What if I stifle this? Let's just get it out of the way, tempo-wise. And then... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, wait, there's no doing that. I think I'll just leave it up. I'll just leave up the water bend. Fine. Yeah, Ristic Study was well worth letting resolve. Or play around. Mole Drifter. That is evoked. Sure. Could have stifled the Mole Drifter. Could have stifled the Mole Drifter. Also could leave that land in play for Brainstorm, I guess. Oh, that's nice. Put that here. Venser. Stifle? Stifle that? So they have to essence flux it? It would still have to block, which it can. It can. No, you have to block first. Oh, wait, no you don't. Oh, yes you do. You made a mistake. You're supposed to block with it first and then flicker it on my turn. Now you just don't have... Now you don't have it. Oh, wait a minute. I can just... Yeah, I was about to say, oop, wait a minute. It doesn't work at all. I could just cast Aang and get it out of the way again. That's funny. Man, alright. Well, that was like peak tempo depression against this opponent. This is the deck operated just how I drew it up that game. The tempo was just so punishing. This was fine, right? It was actually so punishing. I don't even care about this, which is crazy. It's kind of weird to well, maybe it's not that weird. No, if they didn't do that, they're just losing to, like, 55 cards. So they probably had to do that, which is really funny. And they have to answer it again, I guess, because it's going to keep drawing cards. Oh, great. Beautiful. Beautiful. How do I... I'm sure it's in the thing. Let me look. I'm going to see how do I get timestamps in my thing. I'll just do it next time. I gotta come more prepared. Someday. Yeah, no, I don't like Ristic Study. I'm not a fan of it. I would not play Rhystic Study in Historic Brawl. Against me, like in this deck, it's probably okay. The tempo deck probably likes Rhystic Study, but I'm still not going to play it. It is kind of like all of your opponent's spells cost 1 more, which really isn't that big of a deal. It's not like the craziest thing ever. Okay, they didn't lead with a mana dork. That's interesting. I like seeing people's IRO takes. I've played this like 3 times. Spire Bluff Canal? What? Okay. Alright, opponent. Should not be playing that in a 6-mana commander deck. But I guess you're green, you can do whatever you want. Yeah. It doesn't play counter spells. If it did, that'd be really weird. You have a 4-minute spell to go here? What? Okay, I was about to say, what are you doing? Let's play this. They could have fetched when I was tapped out. I mean, you're never respecting. It just makes no sense to respect Stifle in this format, in my opinion. But I do have one. Okay, there's counter spells in the IRO deck. My opponent countered a Stifle. That is way more than I would have imagined the Stifle was going to do, but okay. It's a little weird. Okay, that's slightly less weird. Slightly less weird. So far, nothing has mattered with IRO? At all? Okay, that does. Or probably will. Alright, what's the best card in your deck? Let's find out. Okay, alright. My opponent's on some other wavelength right now, and I am more than happy to play this. And now they're respecting Tail's End. I'm not even mad if I lose this. Okay, so let's play this tapped. Yeah, cards you own teamer deck. So let's play that. I mean, they have the wash away now, but that means they're not casting IRO, and I will just run into the wash away. I don't care. It's fine by me. I can Helping Hand Felia. It doesn't really do anything. I can Helping Hand my commander as well, actually. Yeah, go for it. Actually, I'll probably just Helping Hand it. Keep it cheap. Maybe not, because I can just simply hardcast it next turn. Maybe I don't, like, risk putting it in the graveyard and losing the universe because I did that. Redain. That's pretty good here. It does die to shove aside. It dies to land shove aside. Opponent tries to deal damage to you. I could stop, No snowlands. Target of spelling ability controls. We could actually put the artifact in play. I think I am. I think the artifact side of this is actually really good. Okay. Like, it's just so annoying to deal with. Like, you can't, if it's a storm deck, now you just can't kill me with, like, Storm cards. Shove aside, wash away. Nothing to do with it, and they windmill slammed it. Wow. Really? Why? Okay, well, there we go. Merry Christmas. I mean, there's no way there's this combo or a control game going on. It's so unrealistic. Okay. Maybe we Helping Hand Felia now. Yeah, we should just cast it. Start just doing Felia things here. I would not Tail's End a fetch land at this point, obviously. Nothing I can do about that. But from the cards I've seen, I'm not totally impressed or too terribly concerned with the wall. Whoa! Okay. Bro, what is this deck? What is happening? It's literally Teamer cards you own. What is going on right now? Can we stop doing this, please? That'd be great. Okay. I guess. Oh, come on. Come on, really? You gotta be kidding me. Alright, well, surely the last card in my opponent's hand isn't busted in half here. Alright, well, apparently it just didn't matter how jank my opponent's deck is, because it's still like Teamer, extra turn, ramp nonsense. So now I just lose? Yep, now I just lose. Still just lose. This actually doesn't do anything. It just doesn't work. Yeah, I just recast it. Well, if I knew my opponent was going to do this exact situation, I would have played the Redain. As a creature, which still would have just simply died. Wouldn't have really done anything. I mean, the game is over unless I draw something basically impossible. Yep, whatever. Okay, Teamer cards you own, nonsense pile. Nothing I can do. That's funny. I mean, if it wasn't for the random counter spells, I mean, still though, I would always let my opponent counter a stifle. That's okay. That's just really weird, very strange. All right, well, it's not the same opponent. Ah, that's really good. Alright, get in there, Selfless Savior. You're up, buddy. Yeah, we're doing this. Okay. Rather strange sequence there. So far, this is way more standard for an IRO list. Although they are running creatures. I mean, they're the mono green creatures, and you don't have to think about anything, but still creatures. You just do nothing? What? You don't even try? What does this deck do at instant speed? Technically that counts. Technically that counts, I guess. Molten Duplication. Okay, so probably some funny combo situation. Draw. Assume my opponent is still not going to block. The ninja is not putting... I'm not ninjutsuing anything, right? No, there's no reason. Okay, I guess I just pass? What do you Molten Duplication? Well, I currently don't know. Look at us go. Could have made another Selfless Spirit instead. Maybe that was worth it. Create tokens copy your control. Oh, okay. So that. Get Schmiedet? The Schmiedening? One, two, three, four. Sweet. Yeah. They actually had the other piece of the combo there. Guess it made sense, but they knew about the avatar in my hand, which would have stopped this always. So I guess they were just casting it to show me they had it and gave up, because obviously this stops it on its own. They don't need to know about spell color. I could probably go in either direction. I probably just cast... It doesn't really matter what I do. I can do whatever I want. Yeah, the tempo, I mean... Tireless Tracker, I will admit, is incredibly odd, because Iroh, really anything this deck is normally trying to do, most decks, honestly, aren't trying to like play a land and pay 2 to draw each time. That is exceedingly slow in Historic Brawl. This card has been proven to be very slow. Unless you, I guess, use these tokens in a different way. Well, Balin is one of the big ones, I guess. That's on my mind currently, but I'm sure there's others. But the Cracking the Clue tokens is just exceedingly slow. It's definitely a reason why my opponent just didn't keep it. Bloom Tender is also a bit weird. Bloom Tender's a bit strange, too. I don't imagine there's a ton of non-green creatures in here. I mean, I guess Iroh means it taps for 3, but that means it didn't help you cast Iroh the first time, which is really odd. So... Okay, bitch meet it. Yeah, they needed Godo Helm. Really seal it in. I probably should have copied Selfless Savior instead, just because of yeah. Okay, Sarah Paragon has proven itself to be too slow. I'm gonna take it out. It's too slow. More standard brawl? Enchant a creature opponent controls. Aura enters tapped. What am I not understanding? Oh, it turns it into a mana dork. I don't agree that this is better. I mean, it turns it into a mana dork. It turns it into what is effectively the best thing in the format. You can't use this on Llanowar Elves. Wouldn't do anything. It also can block. It can literally block, and they can, like, get their commander... No. That's not... You're not giving your opponent a Llanowar Elves? That's awful. That's like, literally Path of Exile. It's like the same thing as Path of Exile, which you shouldn't run in this format. Speaking of not running things in this awful, I think Condemn has been doing nothing. Just take that out as well. Could take out... Yeah, sure. It's great when you do it on your opponent's 6-mana explosive commander, I guess. But, okay. You didn't cast your 1-mana removal spell up until turn 6? Seems odd. It's better than Path to Exile in that exact example. No, you should not run that card. It's going to cause you to lose, and if you don't recognize that it caused you to lose, you're going to keep losing because you cast it. We still don't gain life. Well, Ocelot Pride doesn't fly. I do like Brought Back, but I haven't found a Brought Back scenario, like a single game yet. Yeah, not really. I have like 50 Brought Backs on paper just sitting on a shelf. I thought it was going to be like the best card ever. Like, oh, I'll get them. They're like 30 cents. Got a huge chunk of them. How much is brought back now? Am I rich? Can I retire? Oh, it's $1.50. We're rich. We're rich. We did it. I've made 100. Wait, what is that? I tripled my investment. So my like literal 50 30-cent cards are now $1.30. So I made $50. Is Hushbringer good? No, that stops. No, that doesn't work. Kaito? Oh, yeah, maybe. I haven't really looked at Planeswalkers. Heliod's punishment is not a stun for 4 turns. That's not at all what it is. It can't block, so it can't die, and it can't do anything with text. It is not 4 stun counters. Oh, there's also Dovin. Until end of turn, whenever a creature you control deals combat... Oh, wait. Okay, Dovin's cute, but it doesn't just win. We don't play cards that don't win. Basri Cat makes soldiers that don't fly, but the -6 is funny. What were we doing? Oh yeah, Kaito. Forgot what I was even doing here. It's funny. It's funny. I don't do a good job at blocking for Planeswalkers. Like, at all. So maybe it's not that great. It's also a sorcery speed card at 3. The kicker Jace? Well, I can't ever really kick it. Wait, this is not the kicker one. What is this one? No. Honestly, I think this would just be your Rhystic Study. If you want to play Rhystic or Jace, just play Rhystic Study in this exact spot. You don't have to worry about defending it or have these weird... Well, the -2 doesn't do anything. And the plus only works if I'm actually hitting them already. No, I don't like that at all. Gideon's funny. Is Gideon itself indestructible? Vigilance is cool. I think Gideon's cool. The damage is kind of there. Again, these sorcery speed beaters, like, what are we doing? I also have, like, Curiosity is just a 1-mana Jace that I don't have to keep plussing or defending. And also doesn't discard a card, it just keeps the card. Brimaz Adeline? Phyrexian Vindicator? Wait, what does it even do? I always forget. If it's dealt damage, prevent it. Then when it's prevented, redirect it to something else. Oh, so like Blasphemous Act. That's funny. It's no Phyrexian Obliterator, that's for sure. But it's kind of cool. Well, kind of. It really isn't that great. It flies. It's good for Nykthos. There, we found it. It's good for Nykthos. I don't ever get Siphoner to cost 2, I feel. Not really, at least. I don't think Illuge is doing anything. What's the other Vendilion click? Isn't it white? Oh, no, wait. No, no. I don't know. I don't know. The blue Phyrexian arena? Yeah, I don't like the Wandering Emperor, though. But it does have flash, and it can, like, give me stats in the air. Can also sometimes remove something. I don't hate it, I guess. Oh, Ojitai. If only you had flash, buddy. Ugh. If only you had flash. Quantum Riddler? I don't really flicker things. But I guess it's okay on turn 2. Wait, I don't own that, do I? I don't think I own Quantum Riddler. Oh, I do. Have I ever played it? Yeah, I don't really flicker stuff. I could probably just straight up drop Felia out of this deck. It has done nothing anytime I've cast it, so I could just take it out. I really don't think we're a Felia deck. It just had flash and I put it in. We don't flicker anything really. And my commander just picks stuff up as yeah. Feel like Snapcaster was probably just the better idea between Felia and Snapcaster. And I don't think I want Snapcaster. I could try it. You can at least use it as like an ambush viper, right? Just the casual $50 ambush viper. The heist attack bird. I think I had it in here for like a second, and then I took it out. What? Oh. I was staring at it like, what did I do wrong? What is the reverse delve card? Wait, what? Why did it go red? Is or a search function? The word or? I don't think I've ever seen that go red. I don't think I've ever had anything in this search bar make the text red. I don't think I have ever seen that. Into the story, that's it. It's a keyword? Okay. That explains it, I guess. I don't think maybe I'm just not thinking about it. I think this is okay, right? Like, this is what? 3-minute draw? Wait. 4-minute draw? 4? I mean, this happens a lot. Yeah, I call this a reverse delve card. This clause is reached a lot. I think about this card sometimes. Not in that way. Not in that way. But I do think about this sometimes. Because a lot of opponents put 7 or more relatively fast. Also, it doesn't matter if they put 7 or more until at least turn 4, because you can't cast it before then anyways. If it's always 7, it's awful, but... Reverse threshold? Yeah, fine. Fine. We gotta be specific. There's like actual reverse Hellbent cards, so it's only fair there's reverse threshold. I don't know. It's vibing. I've got vibes with this right now. I have the fancy one too. Although I like this one, that's cool. I don't know. I like it. I like it. I mean, sometimes you just cast it for 7, you know. Sometimes you just cast it for 7. Probably not. Probably not that much. I'd say well over half my opponent's decks would let that work. If I had to take a card out that was not a creature, what would I be? Isn't Threshold 7 or more in graveyard? So that just works with this. Because 7 or more. I think that's what Threshold is, right? Hellbent is no cards in hand. So, if your opponent has 7 more in the graveyard and not you, it costs less. I think that's a thing. Alright, maybe this ninjutsu isn't working. What am I doing with this? I think this is actually... maybe it's not right. It's kind of the same logic as all the other Flicker things. There's not a lot of stuff I want to pick up. There's some things I want to pick up, but not a lot. Also, what does the bargain actually do? Oh, the bargain is how you get the tax. Okay. I see. Oh! I forgot about Venser. How come nobody brought up Venser? This entire time. Guys, it's been 2.5 hours. No, we played against Venser. No one said I should run it. Not a soul. I played against it. Oops. Okay, Venser's like... Oops. Alright, we'll just say it was always in here. I think Venser is like 100% perfect. Oh, 95% perfect, because I will always find a way to complain about it. Don't worry. The Creature Teferi? Isn't that 5 mana? Isn't that like weird triple blue 5 mana card? Oh no, it's not. Oh wait. Wait, is this it? Wait, I've never seen that card in my life. Oh yeah, yeah, this thing. No. 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 Nope. I could take out one of these things. Maybe take this one out. It is kind of just a 2... Well, I don't know. Every time I've played it, I've kind of just liked it. The Final Fantasy card, how dare you? How dare you address it as the Final Fantasy card? The curve is so low, I could probably shave a land. I do have some MDFCs in here. I don't have Witch Enchanter, do I? Whoops. Oh, you guys let me down. I did that yesterday, too. I'm not playing this. That's not realistic. This has flash. Enters, you may choose target sorcery. This actually might be the most relevant this card has ever been for me, too. So, yeah, why not? It's not replacing anything that matters. I'm not going to play Disruption. I could play this, but I'm not going to. Okay. Hydroponics. Is that the one with lands? I swear, if it's the one with lands, I'm gonna... A random land in your library perpetually becomes a basic island. No. I'm gonna have a queue or a filter in my chat that says if this is ever recommended, you get like an auto timeout. Don't play that card. It's breaking people's brains. Don't play it. Unless you're green. Then you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want if you're green. If I played fetch lands, I guess I like it, but I have, what, 3 fetch lands? No. Nope. It's only the first time, too. Chat, please. Yeah, it only draws 1 card, and it's only if you happen to find that land with one of your fetch lands that can find an island. Which I don't have many. I'm not going to run Terramorphic Expanse. There's one that, like, you draw every time you tap the land that it does the thing to, I think. Like, every time that land gets tapped, you can draw. This just does it once. It's a 1-mana 1/2 flyer that will sometimes actually replace itself. Just play the 1-mana Scry 2. Just play this thing. Boom. It does it every attack. I can't, for some reason, I can't, like, maintain the entire text box of that card in my head. It just seems profoundly difficult for me to read this and retain the information, even though I complain that it gets brought up all the time. Evolving Wilds instead of Terramorphic? Alright, that's the tech. What if it turns the Evolving Wilds into the island? I guess it wouldn't matter. It would, relatively speaking, wouldn't change anything. Oh, it's only when it attacks. Oh, I had to read it again. Why can't I just retain? I can't retain the card. In my head, I can't retain it. It's changed text the 4 times I have read it in the past 50 seconds. Six fetch lands. We have 6 fetch lands that can find an island. Yeah, I have Witch Enchanter in here. I have 6 fetch lands. What is that? 1 in... What's 100 divided by 6? 12.5? Is it 12.5? Am I genius? I think it is. So, like, 1 out of every 12 cards I find, well, 13 cards I find or so, can sometimes draw a card when this attacks. Sometimes. I have Prismatic Vista. I counted that one. I counted it. I'm not going to run Fabled Passage. Tap land the first 3 turns is kind of lights out for my deck. Look, I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to have it do nothing and blame everyone else. Oh, it's 108. So what is it 15? So it's even worse then. No. You know what? No. No. Enough. Hydroponics is not real. I'm gonna break down the card into dust, like Hearthstone, and then never craft it again. I don't even know how I got it, because you can't pull alchemy cards. I don't actually know where it came from. It's probably some package thing or something. It also doesn't care about the fetch lands I've already played for the game. It is a 1-drop, though. It's also not a... Well, there's plenty of things that are awful top decks. That doesn't mean much. Firelord Zuko. This is the one where the firebending doesn't matter. When you cast a spell from exile, permanent from exile. Okay. Sure. Probably will put this on white. Just because Momo. I haven't actually played this yet. Funny hand. Actually, this is a Avatar City hand here. Turn 2 Aang? I didn't even think of that. I was thinking more about turn 2 this thing. Activated abilities of artifacts, creatures, and... Well, we know there's not going to be a 1-drop. Well, a minute to work, I'm in. If they kill Mobo, okay. Sure. Nope, that's not what happened. Let's play... Yeah, we're gonna play this. We're gonna play this. They did just play a commander or a card that actually has activated abilities, so this might actually matter. Activated abilities, artifacts, creatures, yeah, alright. Then I just play turn Ledger Shredder again. Oh, what's this? Okay. Leggies into... Yeah, I'm not going to cast anything else, unfortunately, right? No. I'm not triggering this. I mean, we're just dominating absolutely in the air here. Double Shockland has been extremely painful. I mean, if you're going to kill something, you just got to kill the stats. Killing Ledger Shredder is not going to get you anywhere. Norn. Okay. Okay. I'm not going to block. Oh, I guess I would block the 2-1. This is kind of low power here, but there it is, chilling. So, land, swingies. I should wait till after I declare my attackers to kill something. I mean, it's always going to be the same scenario of what I swing with, but I could let this go. I think I will let this go. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Should do this. My opponent's just dying. They have to reinvest a bunch of mana into that, and now it's probably just not good enough to kill this with... Yeah, this is almost a hard counter. They have to find a window to cast it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, they're not dead if they cast it again. Killing my commander is not a great solution. Well, they can't target this, because if they do, I recast it on their turn. Oh, waterbending. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... No, I don't have a good waterbend here. Okay. I just won't block it. Think I got my opponent good there, huh? Yeah, we'll just cast this. We'll just cast it. You have to get lost right now. And I don't know if it's good enough. 1, 2... Opponent, no, you need to cast it right now. What are you doing? No! No! Oh, tragic. Okay, well, let's exploit the Momo here. They had to cast it right then and there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they had to. They let me untap with my counterspell. And now, actually, they're dead anyways. Oh, they were just dead anyways, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They were dead anyways. Alright. And I obviously have that, so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Oh no. What have I done? What have I done? Think. Alright. No. 1, 2, 3. We're still winning. Okay. Nope, no panic. Okay, good. They took max damage here at least. Alright, they're still just completely dead. But that is actually hilarious. Okay. They can't cast a sweeper or anything because Redain's in play. Not that they would be casting sweepers in their deck. Yep, alright. I also would not counter this. Just let it resolve. Cool. Well, that was a seriously powerful Momo with all the discounts there. But I don't know if it was necessary. I think I was just able to cast everything anyways. It just would have been slower. No, I think Momo was actually really good there. Alright, never mind. Momo was just good. Totally forgot about the Thopter. Yeah, I also can't waterbend anyways. I mean, it makes Aang lose flying. It's probably not right to do that. Unless it's like an Alpha Strike. I don't have a lot of mana. Lose to a 1-drop? Nope, I didn't lose to a 1-drop. When this deck plays Delighted Halfling on the play, it's like Slimefoot hops right into play and then you're just doomed. I guess I'll play the Wastes so I can like stifle. I really wish I did not leave up the display of counterspell here. That's what I would rather have not done. Oh, they just have Cavernous Souls. Alright, cool. Why not? Why not just have everything you need every game? Opponent decided to play a tap land. It was a bit odd. Alright, get in there, Vendilion Click. I guess I get rid of, yeah, I'm gonna target them. Each player sacks a creature. Rex Sage, I guess I get rid of that. Enters, if you cast it, choose target non. No. So it's just so dumb. Cavernous Souls is just so stupid. Opponent, this does not work? You just mill with the ripples? Oh, no, you do in your main phase. Oh, that's weird. That's a really strange spot for that card to do stuff. Well, this doesn't have haste, so... Snapcaster might matter. Choose target non-legendary. So let that resolve. Oh, it's a legendary. I just said it out loud. God. What is wrong with me? Okay. Alright. We still got there. I guess there's not a they didn't have a way to actually get rid of this, and it's stuck in play. And then I can just continuously swing, and they can't really pay 3 life. Shifting woodland could become problems. Kind of? Kind of? Not really. It's also my opponent's entire turn, so I think we're just chilling. This wasn't as bad as I thought resolving, because, again, there's no... I can't tell you the last time I played against this, and it didn't have... whatever that black land is, you sack a creature to it, get 2 black mana. They just didn't have it, I guess. Okay, yeah, Victimize got milled too. Alright, yeah, we can shut down the things around it. And I am winning the damage race at this point. Cool. Yeah, that's annoying. I literally said it out loud 5 times, and I still just decided that, like, Counterspell wasn't a good idea there. That's so annoying. I don't know why I do that. I do that all over the place. In my life, I do that all over the place. I'll read something, I'm like, this is exactly what it does. And then 3 seconds later, I'm like, oh, right. It did the thing I said it does. And then I act it in the opposite way. I do that all the time. Okay, well, at least it didn't cost me the game. I think they just felt like they didn't have enough life to take Victimize. Also, Victimize is actually counterable. Can't Cavern of Souls that one. Well, I can slow down Garuda. I think I lead with... I don't have a turn 2. I'm not going to curse turn 1. On the off chance there's like a fetch land, which, I mean, this deck doesn't play too many fetch lands, I don't think. Well, that's a little awkward. Let's name human. I did not leave up Stifle. I could have left up Stifle. That was a mistake. This is a human, right? Yeah. Mystic Remora? What? What? That's insane. This is the first time I've seen it. Oh, come on. Really? Turn 3? Whatever. Who does that? You're ugly. Look at you. Look at that face. Mystic Remora, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, Mystic Remora drew a card. You got it. They're not going to block. Yeah, they're obviously not going to block. It doesn't make any sense. What? What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, so... Okay. What are you doing? What are you doing over there? What are you doing? Okay, now it's getting crazy. Comedy Central right here. Well, I hope it was all worth it. Because I got this. I think I'm going to target myself. Opponent missed a land drop. Could just target myself. Yeah. Get rid of the stupid stifle. That's not doing anything. We could stifle Garuda's trigger, to be fair. Also, Snapcaster's not doing much. That's subject to change. Okay, I'm going to trust Stifle has text on it in some form or fashion. Okay, well, I mean, I feel like I'm slowly pulling ahead, just damage-wise. Yeah, just going to endlessly respect the goofy cards my opponent doesn't want to get rid of. Please pay for it again. Oh, opponent. Oh, of course, it's the turn my opponent has blind draws a land, right? Well, they didn't use it the way I thought they would. Alright, yep. Nice Mystic Remora. Be ashamed if it didn't do anything. Except make you spend all your mana. There had to be something else that was better than casting Mystic Remora and paying for it. There had to be. I'm a creature flying tempo commander. Of all the things... I mean, okay, it... My brain's just, like, not handling this well right now. Oh, they couldn't cast Garuda. That's right, it costs 8. Never mind, alright. Makes sense. I mean, they would be in the same boat if they did try to cast it. Okay. Yeah, 4 mana draw one. No, it was more than that, right? It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was 7 mana? It was a 7 mana draw one. They paid for it 3 times. And you have to cast it up front. 7 mana draw one there. I don't think Mystic Remora is part of the Historic Brawl like situation. There are some spots where you will draw 17 cards, like against Iroh. You play it on turn 5. Don't play it turn 1 just because you can. Like play it on turn 5 or something. It seems really good. But even like... So green cares the least, and green is the best color. It's doing the most powerful thing, and it cares the least about Mystic Remora. It's also just so fast that it doesn't even care if you drew 3 cards off of your Mystic Remora. I think this is probably just an EDH player, and they just like that card, I guess. Which is fine. I don't think this is the format for it. Mystic Remora is legal in other kinds of formats that are similar to this one, and you don't really see Mystic Remora in those either. This is not a multiplayer format. You have to pay for one opponent cumulative upkeep. You do not pay cumulative upkeep for 3 opponents, right? If you pay every 4 turns in a game, because there's 3 opponents, it's way better. If you're paying every other turn, it gets way worse. Yeah, it's just like Rhystic Study. It's the same argument with Rhystic Study. It's just funny that's the first time I've seen it. That's really funny. Okay. That is really funny. It's super funny. Okay, I'm going to end on that note. My stomach has been going crazy. You're probably going to hear on the microphone. Kind of cringe. But I am very hungry, so. Okay. So, I actually like this kind of deck when it works, and it does a pretty good job at working. I think what it's doing is fine. Again, there's a lot of commanders that are similar. You have this, you got this. I accidentally forgot about Venser, even though Venser is... We actually played against someone who played Venser, and then I proceeded to forget immediately that Venser's a card. This is just excellent in this deck, I think. But, again, it's one of those commanders, because it's a legendary. I guess by extent, the mono blue ones are different. They're different. I'd say the white spells are pretty nice at shoring up the issues that like mono blue has when something sticks and it got through your wall of disruption and tempo bouncing nonsense. If they just have some threat you can't kill or something, it feels bad. I know mono blue does have a wall of well, and now does all the Frogifies, so that is nice. But I do really like the white cards in here a lot. Blue-white tempo flash is just cool. Okay, so apart from the legendaries and those kinds of options, this was in here at the end because it's been on my mind lately that this is probably pretty good. It isn't good early, right? Like, it's not castable until turn 4 at the least anyways, but I am noticing that it's pretty reliable to get this turned on before you would have it at 7 mana. In this deck specifically, I don't know if it's right because we just do the tempo thing, and obviously this is an awful card stuck in your hand for a while, but I think this is worth considering. There's probably other cards that make this look just completely foolish. You could play Stock Up, you could play another flash creature thing, you could play... I actually took out Preordain. You could play Preordain, right? There's other things that are like fine here. This I never cast, but the Omen is perfectly fine. I think the Omen is excellent. It finds a land if you need one, finds a non-land if you don't need a land or whatever. And then it has the upside of the 6 mana flash portion, which I never cast, but I just like this. I almost like it more than Seek New Knowledge. You play that as well. You could play Seek New Knowledge instead of this, right? 2 mana, you find 2 cards, neither of them are lands, and then you can shuffle away a card that you just didn't need. So... yeah, this probably is not the deck for that card, but it is something to think about. It has been a card I've been considering playing in a lot of decks lately. Just people are, when every game is 1, 2, 3 drops, and that happens more and more and more, graveyards are filling up ever so slightly faster, and then you just have this relatively consistent 4-mana draw 4. I'm not with that being said, ironically enough, this deck actually doesn't fill its graveyard very fast, so I wasn't playing stuff like Dig Through Time. The Oculus was never castable, right? You need 6 cards in your graveyard. It was just never castable. So, ironically enough, this deck doesn't actually fill its graveyard, but I think on average, decks are filling the graveyards faster every new set or whatever. So... what else to talk about? Yeah, all the tempo cards were great. I thought there were more 1-mana reanimate things like this, but I guess there isn't. There's Unearth, or whatever the black one is with cycling. But I thought there were more. There's a bunch that reanimate 2 drops and down. I'd really just prefer the 3 drop and down one. Too many of that card is not great anyways. I like all the Frogifies, all the Heliod's punishment effects. Those are just good. The curse is good. The tempo cards are great. This was a pretty solid showing of Esper Sentinel. Every time this card comes up, I say it's not as good as it used to be. I think that's still true, even though it was pretty solid here. I saw a Mystic Remora today. I don't ever recommend playing that in this format, but I saw a Mystic Remora for the first time. If ever you wanted to play Rhystic Study, the tempo, super tempo kind of strategies love Rhystic Study. It's kind of like Thalia, except you're not taxing yourself. There's a lot that would get taxed in my deck from Thalia, which I'm not a big fan of. Even like taxing Curiosity. You play your creature, then you cast Curiosity, it costs 2. If you pass the turn immediately, the counterspell that you might be leaving up also costs more than 1, so you've like taxed yourself twice in a turn cycle, and then your opponent's only on this 1 spell a turn thing, so you've actually just gotten hurt by your Thalia more than your opponent. And then Thalia itself can't really swing because it doesn't have flying. There's a flying version of Thalia for 3 mana, but it costs 3, which at that point, the tempo of the tax is less impactful, but it does fly. It's not awful. You could take out non-creature spells to circumvent that, but I'd rather not worry too much. Redain only taxes your opponent. There you go. Just do that instead. It also on the ideal turn too, because if they cast a sweeper or damnation on turn 4, now they just can't do that because your 3-drop said no. The Aven Mind Sensor didn't really do anything, unfortunately, but it's like Stifle, except it shows up kind of late, where it's best against green decks, and they just like already ramp by the time you cast your 3-drop. So it's a little annoying, but it is a flash flyer. We'd like to get in there in the sky. We like to leave up our mana for our opponent's turn. Think that more than makes up for it. But yeah, Kaito could just be Rhystic Study, right? This is the kind of deck that likes Rhystic Study, and I think this is reasonable to have a Rhystic Study in, and this is hard to like defend. I'm trying to kill my opponent. It's a little difficult to defend this. It's a sorcery speed threat. When I think I actually played this as a commander. The weakest point of this commander is like finding an actual window to cast it, where you don't just lose when your opponent just goes into their turn. And that logic is still somewhat applicable here in this situation. So, and the downside of it dying to a lot of things your opponent can do, like even Lightning Bolt. Well, not just Lightning Bolt, but damage-based spells. Even like this is just so vulnerable. Planeswalkers in this deck are vulnerable. Maybe you could just play the Wandering Emperor simply because it has flash. It can remove something. It can make 2/2s. Give stats on flyers. But yeah, Kaito is cool. I like it. I can't say it's that wrong. It's, if I see it in a list of Aang, I think it's reasonable. But if ever there was a Rhystic Study deck, it's this kind of thing. Why does it want me to apply statuses? I like that one more, I guess. What else? Yeah, I took out Preordain. I think Ponder is still fine. I felt like if I ever had Brainstorm, in a lot of situations it was fine. I think there was just enough fetch lands to make this reasonable. But if you don't have like consistent shuffle, I'm not a very big fan of Brainstorm. It can still like set up early games. Like, oh, it's turn 3. I missed my land drop. Brainstorm. Found the land. Brainstorm locked. No big deal. It's still fine. It's doing what you want to be doing anyways. But Ponder probably just goes in every blue deck ever. But I didn't have Preordain. I did take it out. Could probably put it back in, though. What else? Counterspells were fine. Oh, this card. Didn't do anything. I'm not the kind of deck that's going to cast this for 5. Or, honestly, not even really going to cast it for, like, 4. It's just a little steep. The effect is kind of similar to Aven Mind Sensor, which never really did much. So it's like situational, but is a scaling flash flyer, so why not try it? I just wasn't super impressed with this one. Actually, most of the time I see it, I'm not impressed with it. I think it's like $50 too, which is funny. But it's $50 for reasons that are not Historic Brawl. Not Historic Brawl. The MDFCs are good. I liked this. This is actually funny. I never cast it, but hey, it's actually relevant. It's a relevant 1/4 sometimes. It's actually good. And it's an untapped MDFC, so. No, that's about it. I mean, yeah, most of these cards are very similar to each other, which is a good sign. There's a high degree of consistency here. Another deck, I would say, that actually does like Subtlety. I just don't own it. But if you do, you should probably put it in here. I think Subtlety is solid. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that again. I think I just did that the other day. I'll do it again. This is another blue deck that actually wants Subtlety. But again, I don't own it. Just because I added it to blue decks in a row doesn't mean I like it in all the blue decks. It is case by case. Most decks do not like this card, in my opinion at least. Tidebinder is one of those cards I see from opponents a lot, but every time I see it cast, I'm like, well, that's kind of annoying, but it's not that big of a deal. Like, it's better than Stifle, I guess. It shuts down something permanently, and sometimes that thing it shuts down is extremely crucial, but most of the time, I'm not super excited with this card. I'm really not. It doesn't fly either. So it's just kind of like, Reflector Mage doesn't fly, but I do like the unsummon for a long time thing that this card does. I'm kind of a fan of it. I never saw this come up, though. I don't think I cast this. Maybe I did, but I don't think I did. This could be something else. We are not a blue-white flicker bounce spam kind of deck, even though we can airbend our own cards. So but you can airbend this with your commander if you feel so inclined. The water bending came up, I think, twice. I didn't think it would come up ever, but it did come up a couple times. And because of that, you could go the route of making this, like, have half as many 3-drops, no 4s, 5s, 6s, like none of the, well, this is 0, I guess, but, like, take out half of this, add a ton of 1s and 2s, maybe even just all 1-mana spells, just similar to, like, Momo as a commander, and then just waterbend really quickly, and then have this fast 5/5 that all of your 1/1s swing and become 2/2s, right? Like, there's endless 1-mana flyers you could play, and then you can use them to waterbend, and then the next turn swing and have a ton of damage. I didn't go that route, but I think that route is something to consider. I really do. I like that idea. You can also play, like, Takashi's Welcome and all the other draw a card when a little white weenie creature comes into play, so that's an interesting line. I don't think I've seen that, though. Every time I play against it, opponents aren't really reading the waterbend thing, and my mind went the same route, but the waterbending thing is probably real with an army of 1-drops. All of them essentially are just mana dorks for the ability. It is kind of taking a turn off to do that, but it's not that big of a deal if you can swing with this that turn. So, like, I don't know, like 5 lands and 3 creatures, or 4 lands and 4 creatures, and then you tap all of those, and this can still swing and get the counters on the creatures that just tapped to flip it because they're tapped, and it doesn't care if it's attacking, it just cares the creatures are tapped. And you have a fairly fast 5/5 trample that can get in there, hopefully. Hopefully you can do that and also clearly swing without having Aang die. But even if it does die, you have a bunch of 2/2 flyers really fast. That could be something. I don't know, but something to consider there. It would probably look very different, though. A lot of more 1-mana spells, I would assume. 1-mana creatures and stuff. But yeah, I like it. So let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.